Yo, hello everyone. Welcome to AE Dunk's channel. The previous episode introduced the story of Zhu Yemao, the first generation Dunk King. In this episode, he is known as the Chinese Dunk King and is one of the most famous Chinese dunkers in the world. His hard work and talent promoted Chinese dunk cultures and became a role model for many Chinese people. This episode will introduce his growth progress and dunk journey. Here is Chen, Deng, Xing. Chen Deng was born in 1987 in rural Zhejiang, Jinhua. In primary school, he often participated in long jump competition. Although he can't remember the specific result, but he always ranked first. When he was in junior high school, he began to practice track and field formally. Back then, long jumping was just for fun. Initially, his specialty was the javelin, but he broke his elbow. He was unable to continue. Later, he officially switched to long jump. When Chen Deng was young, his jumping ability was already good. When he was Form 1 in junior high school, he could already touch the backboard. When he was Form 1 in high school, he could already dunk it. However, when he was supposed to be practicing the long jump in high school, he always skipped training to play basketball. It wasn't until he was preparing for the university endurance examination that he practiced seriously for 4th month. His score was 7.19 meters, breaking the school long jump record at that time. Even now, he still holds the school long jump record until 2025. After graduating from university, he worked in a bank in Hangzhou. When he first started his internship, his monthly salary was 1500 RMB and the cost of renting a house was only about 400 RMB. He lived in a hotel office and shares it with others. It was a rough and bad environment house, and the walls of his room were covered with track trophy and training shoes. Apart from dunking, his life can almost be described as poor. In June 2011, Chen Deng participated in the sprint dunk contest, competing with MIC founder T-Proc. An interesting story happened during this process. At that time, MIC had been established for a year, and many people knew this team. However, Chen Deng recognized T-Proc and pronounced his Chinese name from Zha Tianyi to Zha Yitian. Now, they will still joke about the experience. Back to the story. The dunk contest at that time could use trampoline because the organizer believed that not many people in China could dunk on regular rims, so they add trampolines to increase the effect of the show. However, only Chen Deng and T-Proc chose not to use trampoline and choose for a regular rim. This decision showed T-Proc that they shared the same dunking values. During the official competition, Chen Deng dunks caught T-Proc's attention due to this height. After the dunk contest, Chen Deng kept asking T-Proc how to join MIC. T-Proc replied that your jump ability is already good. You just need to practice more moves. Initially, Chen Deng could only do an off-the-lob one-hand dunk and off-the-lob two-hand dunks. So, T-Proc proposed that he needed to finish the windmill dunk to officially join MIC. Remarkably, Chen Deng learned it in just a day. Then, he asked T-Proc if he could join MIC now, but T-Proc said he had to complete an East Bay dunk first. For this, it took him half a year to unlock the East Bay dunk. He practiced diligently after work every day, even exchanging his shoes for a second-hand basketball hoop and training in the square. On December 26, 2011, Chen Deng officially became a member of MIC, becoming the shortest successful East Bay dunker. However, his road to dunking didn't go smoothly at the beginning, and his East Bay dunk success rate was very low. To improve his accuracy and gain more competition experience, he often asked different basketball leagues to add dunk contests at his own expense. Own expense means to asking the basketball league or organizer to add the dunk contest. The organizer doesn't need to pay for transportation fees, activity fees, and accommodation fees. Chen Deng and T-Proc bear the cost of the event themselves, because there were not as many dunk events as there are now, and the dunk culture was not as popular as it is now. So they just wanted to promote dunk contest. and increased competition experience. As an aside, in 2011, Chen suffered a patellar ligament tear, significantly affecting his training quality. Sometimes, he would feel pain even in basic squat during weight training season. He had to rest for about half a month after each jump. This was the first time he had the idea of giving up dunking. It wasn't until 2014 that his knee issues began to improve. To strengthen his surrounding muscles, he gradually increased his squat weight from 30 kg to 180 kg, helping alleviate pain and prevent injuries. As Chen continued practice and accumulation experience in competition, his East-Bay dunks became more stable by 2014, with more dunk variation and jump higher, leading to increased recognition in the dunk world. It wasn't until July 14, 2015, a video went viral, proving why he is Chinese Dunk King. The video showed him soaring high and lightly kissing the rim, shocking everyone for his jumping abilities. Chen admitted he was surprised by his own jumps, saying it was unexpected. He was practicing dunks and felt the rim right below his eyes when he took off. He felt that he was in very good condition. Then, the action of kissing the rim appeared, which shocked many Chinese people, especially for a Chinese who is 176 cm tall. This is conceivable that this scene shocked many Chinese people. Interspersed with an interesting story. Chen was at a low ebb. At that time, he didn't know why his dunk percentage was so low. For a month, despite his effort, there was no improvement. Imagine that when you work hard and keep practicing, but the results are always unsatisfactory and there is no progress, you will have the idea of giving up. So at that time was his second time want to give up dunking. However, with teamwork communication and encouragement, he regained his strength and confidence. Rest for 3 days, and the scenes of kissing the rim happened. In 2016, Chen, who had worked in the bank for 6 years, became a regular employee. However, he decided to quit his job at that time and fully devote himself to dunking. At that time, many people, including his family, objected because pro dunker was not yet popular and he had to switch from stable income to unstable income. Also, there was no social media at that time, and the road ahead was fully unknown, so many people opposed his resignation. But he believed that if he gets older and doesn't train more, he will regret not dedicating himself to dunking and training. Moreover, he wanted to become the greatest dunker in China. So he made the decision. But looking back now, he made a good decision. In 2017, he officially became a pro dunker. But in February, he tore his meniscus during a training season. It only took him just 2 months to return to the competition and won the 3x3 Golden League Finals, Hangzhou Station on April 9, 2017. Until 2019, there was a show called This is Slam Dunk, made him more famous. At that time, Chen was already a well-known street dunk king, but the show highlights his journey and outstanding performance, allowing him to get more exposure and allowing more people in the basketball world to know him. His statement that he wanted to prove that Chinese people can fly and dunk is no worse than foreigner resonated with many people. With the launch of the show in 2019, dunking has become even more popular. In 2020, a shocking thing happened in Chinese dunk world. On January 24, 2020, MIC announced that its dissolution due to variation reason. There are many versions as to why they disbanded. Some people say it was about money, some people say it was about team disputes, but the true reason remained known only to them. After MIC disbanded, Chen as the current top dunker established the Dunk King, DK Dunk team, claiming to be the best dunk team in China with former MIC members. However, a good thing happened in 2020. China launched a new dunk show, Dunk League, which made China dunk levels higher. Chen was successfully won the championship of the show, and he completed many dunks in the final. Also, he was the only one in China to successfully complete those dunks at that time. In 2021, Chen stepped onto the biggest stage in China, the CBA Dunk Contest. Although he had been hailed as the Chinese Dunk King since 2015, it wasn't until 2021 that he officially entered the CBA All-Star Dunk Contest. The first grassroots dunker to reach this stage was our last mentioned first-generation street dunk king, Zhu Yanmiao, in 2014. The second was MIC Zhang Jianhao. The third was MIC Yi Jinghong. And the fourth was Chen. It took him 11 years to reach such a grand stage, showing his persistence in dunking. Although he's finished as the runner-up in this competition, he didn't feel defeated. Instead, he worked even harder to train and aim for glory in the future. In 2022, he appeared in another dunk show called Dunk Players. Chen played the role of the big boss due to winning the last show, Dunk League. Despite the excitement of the show, his DK Dunk team faced internal problems, and he got into argument with teammates. Some of the teammates quit the DK Dunk team and complained about his mistake on social media. This made him want to give up dunking for a while, but in the end, he insisted on coming back and starting again. In 2024, at the age of 37, an age where most athletes retire, Chen became the first Chinese dunker to reach the FIBA 3x3 Dunk Contest World Finals. And then in the year of 2025, after 4 years, he is now 38 years old and once again stand on the stage of CBA All-Star Dunk Contest and even successfully won the championship, redeeming the regret of not winning the championship 4 years ago. Let's continue to witness his legend. From 2011 to 2025, in these 14 years, Chen has never stopped, consistently contributing and sacrificing for dunking. Despite various accidents and injuries during this time that made him want to give up dunking, it must be said that even now, at the age of 38, with many scars, he still stands at the peak of dunking world, continuously surpassing himself and reaching new heights. He has truly shown foreigners that Chinese people can fly and dunk well. He is a walking legend, and his story will keep continuing. The story of this episode is the end. See you in the next videos.